Hi, I'm Laura, Omniyogagirl. Today I'm going to be showing you how I do a variation of camel pose or Ustrasana called Floating Camel. Floating Camel's one of my favorites. It's quite tricky. It's a balance and a back bend, and you're just balancing on the tops of your feet. But hopefully I've kind of got a little hack that might help you out with that. Um, it takes quite a lot of quad strength. So if you're doing it right, you should really feel your thigh muscles working and maybe even burning a little bit. Anyway, I'll show you how I get into it, and hopefully be able to give you some more tips as we go ahead. Okay, so to get into floating camel, we want to begin with our knees hip width apart, kneeling down. And the first thing we want to set up is our hand placement. So although floating camel is a back bend, balancing on the tops of your feet, there are various ways to position your hands. My favorite way, as it helps me find and keep my balance a little bit easier, is to wrap my fingers underneath the tops of my feet. So kind of take your palm onto the sole of your foot, wrap the fingers underneath so that your knuckles are kind of connected to the mat. So get a good grip of your feet, pull the lower belly in, and lean backwards, pressing the weight into the palms of your hands, straightening the arms, rolling the shoulders back. So now we're going to start trying to find the balance. Lean the weight backwards. We want to try and start picking our knees up off of the mat. This is where the quad strength comes in. So keep leaning back, keep the arms straight, lift the hips up a little bit, lower belly pulled in, and float the knees up off of the mat. So from here, we want to start finding that central balance point. Press more firmly into the hands, keep straightening the arms, lean the weight backwards, keep lifting the knees up. See if you can start bringing your head back. And then here, the hips. Really engage the quads, lower belly pulled in, lift, lift, lift. Using the knuckles to adjust and balance. And then, nice and controlled, come back down to a kneeling position. I hope that was helpful. I think the key point for floating camel is to make sure you're straightening the arms and kind of pouring your weights into the palms of your hands, into the tops of your feet. As I say, it should be really, the lift should be coming from your quads. So those should be working hard to try and lift the hips, to balance in. Everything is kind of adjusting and moving to maintain the balance, especially the knuckles. And this is where I think this tip comes in really useful, is by having the backs of the fingers on the mat, you can keep making small adjustments with the hands, which will help you keep your balance. Once you've found that point, the focus is on lifting the hips. And there's a certain amount of trust in yourself, really, to be able to almost rock backwards and forwards slightly without going too far back and landing on the top of your head. Make sure you keep using your core. As in most yoga poses, the core is doing a lot of the work to stabilize the pose, stabilize the balance. So keep pulling that lower belly in and make sure you're making the core work for you. I really hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to click subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you very much.